Millions of undocumented illegal immigrants, some with infectious diseases, are being piled into migrant shelters nationwide. Meanwhile, the Daily Mail reports that the U.S. is on the verge of a major measles outbreak, with cases in the first 2 months of 2024 nearly outpacing the whole of last year. New article reports that as doctors warn many young physicians have never even seen a patient infected with the virus, hundreds of people are already feared to be infected in California and Arizona after cases were confirmed in people in the states who visited local hospitals. The article adds that there are also fears over an outbreak at an 1,800-strong migrant shelter in Chicago after 4 cases were confirmed, including 2 among children. The article notes that millions of migrants have also come to America under Joe Biden's immigration policies, with experts warning that overcrowded shelters and low vaccination rates in other countries could leave the U.S. vulnerable to outbreaks. An article at Zero Hedge says it's important to recognize that migrant shelters are becoming breeding grounds for the spread of infectious diseases. Notably, it's the Democrats, often referred to as the Party of Science, who are enabling this public health crisis to materialize, while the pharma-industrial complex secretly cheers as the next crisis will need more vaccines. They say besides corporate media blaming a low vaccination rate, maybe, just maybe, overcrowded shelters with migrants from third world countries are the most likely root cause of the public health crisis. None of these migrants were screened at the border for contagious diseases and were able to walk right over. They link to recent reports showing that some were even flown in on airplanes and others were bussed into sanctuary cities by a shadowy network of taxpayer-funded governmental organizations. You can look at one of these recent reports. A headline from March 5th says, "Treason, bombshell report reveals Biden has secretly flown 320,000 illegal immigrants into the United States." A Freedom of Information Act lawsuit has revealed that the Biden administration has flown at least 320,000 migrants into the U.S. in an effort to reduce the number of crossings at the southern border, according to Todd Bensman of the Center for Immigration Studies. Bensman wrote, quote, "The program at the center of the FOIA litigation is perhaps the most enigmatic and least known of the Biden administration's uses of the CBP-1 cell phone scheduling app, even though it is responsible for almost invisibly importing by air 320,000 aliens with no legal right to enter the U.S. since it got underway in late 2022. They explain that Customs and Border Protection had initially refused to disclose information about the flights, which use a cell phone app, CBP-1, to arrange. Bensman continued, quote, "Under these legally dubious parole programs, aliens who cannot legally enter the country use the CBP-1 app to apply for travel authorization and temporary humanitarian release from those airports. The parole program allows for 2-year periods of legal status during which adults are eligible for work authorization. The flights resulted in illegal immigrants being placed in at least 43 American cities from January through December 2023. The Biden administration initially refused to disclose which airports undocumented aliens were being flown into, citing a law enforcement exception. New information reveals that the government thought bad actors might pose a safety risk or create law enforcement opportunities, with CBP lawyers writing that revealing the specific airports would, quote, reveal information about the relative number of individuals arriving and thus resources expended at particular airports. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think about this latest update. If you could give this video a thumbs up, remember to click the like button, that's greatly appreciated, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. I will follow up soon. Thanks again.